The girl is shocked to find out that her mother has a secret affair with the world's top star.
Hey, Zara.
Honey.
Zara,
Look.
if you can hear me, name the movie I won a Teen Choice Award for. I think she's fine.
Her name is Zara. Thanks to her skills, she became the personal assistant of international celebrity Chris. But this job everyone envies was actually a living nightmare for her, because even though Chris got famous playing a superhero, his personal life was a total mess, and Zara was always the one cleaning it up.
Where the fuck are you? I don't care if you have to sell a vital organ. Get your ass here, or you're fired.
One day, under Chris's orders, Zara had to drive miles away to a restaurant, just so Chris could make an important announcement to his rumored girlfriend. He held her hand sweetly, and tried to say something to take their relationship further. The woman started getting nervous, but just as he was about to speak, Zara was still stuck in traffic and hadn't arrived with the gift. Chris texted her to hurry up. She finally made it just in time before he exploded, handed him the gift, but to everyone's surprise, right after the woman opened it, Chris broke up with her on the spot.
Wait, what? You just said we should take the next step.
I said a step.
You said a big step.
I know.
You did.
Chris didn't explain a thing. He just handed her a massive pair of diamond earrings. As a celebrity, he was used to using money to shut people up.
I'm gonna take these though, because they're gorgeous. So, bye.
Hi.
Zara rolled her eyes hard at this jerk move. On the way home, Chris chewed her out for being late, and the next morning, he even locked her out of the house.
I'm really upset. I want a letter of apology. And you better have my stuff and my latte, or you really are fired. Dead serious.
Zara finally had enough. In front of a bunch of paparazzi, she climbed the wall and broke into Chris's mansion, found him lifting weights. Chris was completely caught off guard. He didn't get why such a harmless prank set Zara off like that, until she finally spoke her mind. Turns out 2 years ago during the interview, Chris promised she'd start as his assistant, then work her way up to become a producer.
You have no experience producing.
And how am I gonna get experience, Chris, when all I do is pick up your dry cleaning?
He refused to admit it, and fired her on the spot, not knowing he'd soon pay the price. Without Zara's help, his once organized life fell into chaos. He finally saw how much she meant to him, so he swallowed his pride, and went to Zara's house to make peace. But she wasn't home. Only her mom Brooke was busy tidying up, until she heard someone calling from outside, and saw a strange man at the door. Brooke froze, grabbed a nearby sculpture for protection, and the next second,
God. Jesus, sorry.
even so, as a famous celebrity, Chris was instantly recognized by Brooke. She changed into something nice, and they sat down for a chat.
Do you know Margot Robbie?
No.
The air was thick with awkwardness, until Chris casually asked for a whiskey, and just like that, their story began. Brooke wasn't a fan, but she knew all about the characters he played. She even said one of his roles was more legendary than myth itself, which immediately caught Chris's interest. She led him to her study, and he was shocked to learn that Brooke was actually a famous author. Chris couldn't help but admire her, and as they got closer, that admiration started turning into something more. Chris leaned in and kissed her, but just as the mood peaked, Zara suddenly opened the door.
Oh, shit.